Hello, and welcome back to a King of Diamonds review. And a quick story time before we begin. In order to watch this show, I went through a little bit of I'd say a bit of a pickle, but there were a few pickles. To start off, let's roll back 2 days ago. Basically, I thought that Stranger Things was releasing in Australia at 12 a.m. It was not releasing in Australia at 12 a.m. It was releasing in Australia at 12 p.m. the next day. So I stayed up. I was there for a while waiting for 12 a.m. and I got there and it didn't release. Now, most people would think, oh, okay, that's fine. And then you just go to bed and you can wake up the next day and watch it. Well, as you may know, if you have seen my Looney Tunes show retrospective, I stopped drinking coffee. I did, however, make an exception for this night because I thought I was going to be staying up until 5 o'clock watching Stranger Things episodes 1 till 4. So, with no show to watch and lots of caffeine in my system, I couldn't sleep until I think around 5 in the morning, except I didn't get to see a single frame of the show, so that was the first thing. Then the next day, I wake up early to watch the show properly now at 12 p.m. I see the first 50 minutes, but then I have to go to the mall because I have to see Zootopia 2 at 2 o'clock because I had already bought a ticket for that because I want to make a review for that movie as well, and that also released on the same day as Stranger Things. So then I see Zootopia 2, and then I'm done. I'm like, oh, okay, great. Now I can go watch Stranger Things at the library, the public library. So I go and I take my laptop there, and I'm watching Stranger Things on Netflix for another solid 50 minutes before Netflix kicks me out of episode 2. Now, I want to make this very clear. Netflix was letting me watch anything, any show, any movie, even any episode of Stranger Things. But if I wanted to watch episode 2 of season 5, it would kick me out over and over again. I don't know what was going on there. And so I get to see another 50 minutes and then I have to go to work. And then I get back at work at 10 and I'm back home. And then I have dinner and then I have to watch Stranger Things all the way through. And by the time I'm finished, it's 2 o'clock and in the morning and I don't have time to make a review at all. So now it's the next day and I'm extremely tired from a lack of sleep from 2 days in a row because I have to film a review. The things I do for you. So season 5 of Stranger Things is finally released after the long wait that people have had to sit through in order to see this after the massive cliffhanger we were left on in season 4. Stranger Things is a sci-fi, comedy, drama, action, thriller show streaming on Netflix and starring Millie Bobby Brown, Finn Wolfhard, Noah Schnapp, Caleb McLaughlin, Sadie Sink, Gaten Matarazzo, Joe Keery, David Harbour, Natalie Dyer, Winona Ryder, Charlie Heaton, Maya Hawke, Jamie Campbell, Brett Gelman, Priya Ferguson, Joe Crest, and Cara Buono. And I have many things to say about it, and I'd like to warn everybody that this is a spoiler-free video. Because I'm really nice. Subscribe. Do it. Do it. Do it. Stranger Things is probably the biggest show existing right now that is still running on television or streaming. And so it has a very big cultural impact, and it's very important that this show would end off on a high note, especially with, some hurdles it's gone through, especially in season 3. So yes, people were worried but excited, and I was worried but excited, and I can officially tell you, after watching episodes 1 to 4, and I know it's not the whole season because we don't have part 2 and we don't even have the finale episode, which is coming out as part 3, I believe, at some point later on. From what we have here as this little puzzle piece, I'm just gonna say I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very good, and I didn't really have many problems to pick out of it, to be quite honest with you. I noticed this is like the season of, you know, that thing that the fans really wanted to see but thought they wouldn't get to see? Oh yeah, that's in this season. Will and Robin get to have a friendship, and people were really wanting that for I think, since season 4, and I think that's really great because it's a good relationship and they definitely get along very well. And I noticed, you know, Robin sort of gets him into the troublemaking mood and sort of brings Will's character alive a bit, because Will for a long time has been very much the punching bag of the show. He always has the bad stuff happen to him and he never really gets to have a win. So it was really nice in this season where we get to see Will not only have a close friendship with someone, but he actually does stuff. Like he helps to make plans, and he helps fight, and he actually does stuff and doesn't just sit around going like, which I'm sure that a lot of people would be very happy to hear. Another thing I'd like to talk about is Mike. Mike is a total awesome dude in this one. Like he went through a bit of a struggle with like not being in season 3 enough. I don't know, he wasn't awful in season 4, but he felt a little bit different. This season's Mike feels exactly like season 1 Mike and season 2 Mike. He's got the same vibe. He's obsessed with D&D, and he yeah, just this Mike is cool. I hope he's here to stay for the next half of the season, and I'm looking forward to seeing where his character arc goes. You know, Lucas and Max's relationship is still because Max is in the hospital from the last season where we left off. I won't say where we go with that, but I'll tell you, it's very interesting. It doesn't get resolved yet because it's got a bit more juice out of the story. But I am going to just say it is going somewhere very interesting, and you'll be happy with it, most likely, you know, when you watch it. I will say my favorite part of the whole season so far was a Back to the Future joke with Joyce Byers that I will not spoil because it is hilarious. There's the whole thing that people complained about the other seasons where they get split up into different groups and then at the very end they come back together. This season they're more like intertwining, coming back, going away, doing stuff, but they're always got the walkie-talkie stuff. So they're always doing stuff, making plans together. It doesn't feel like they're separated really. Even though the plots for the different characters are going on in different locations, they are still working together very cohesively, so it doesn't feel like they've been split up really. I did notice that Argyle is not in this season. I heard that he wasn't going to be in it earlier on, but I wasn't quite sure if that would 100% be true until I saw it. I know a lot of people didn't like his character and probably are happy that he's gone. I personally didn't mind him. I thought he was kind of funny in a lot of moments. So I'm not like really sad to see that he's gone, but I was like, oh, all right. Okay. And overall, I think the plot with Nancy, Jonathan, and Steve, it's definitely building to something. I'll see where it goes. Personally, I still think that Steve will die at some point. I think he's gonna die. That's just my opinion. And of course, the plot with Vecna and Will that was foreshadowed in the trailer multiple times. Oh boy. I won't say, but just... oh boy. So yeah, as always, this show's character building is really interesting, despite whatever opinions you may have on the storylines. In this one, I think it's really going somewhere. I think the story could go somewhere, and I'm excited to see where it goes. So obviously, because this whole season isn't out yet, we only have 4 out of the 9 episodes. We get first 4 episodes, then the next 4 episodes, and then we get the finale at another point in time. I think I'll give it 4 points now, and if the next 4 episodes are good, another 4 points, and then if the finale is good, they get 2 points. How's that? So yeah, I'll be giving Stranger Things Part 1 4 points out of 4. That feels weird. But yeah, Stranger Things Season 5 Part 1 is a show, and it does exist, and you can watch it. Anyway, bye!